First team going home. Who's it going to be? Both with yellow colors. Check it out. Hey, Battle of the Yellows. We'll see who's going to do it here. Let's head over to Manfield.
A clash of nations. France versus Brazil. Both teams trying to survive elimination.
They're both just holding on by the fingertips. They've made it through the bracket, but not in the way that they would have hoped. At the first LAN back in 2 years. It has been a tough battle, but we hope to see both of them fighting back.
And we heard eRa Eternity in that face-to-face video. They want to beat Vitality with individual effort and try to break down their impressive backboard defense. Vitality, on the other hand, they haven't had the best go of it in Swiss so far.
They have had a tough bracket, as the Des said, and this is the best chance for them to gain that momentum back. However, you look at the other side, we haven't even seen eRa Eternity on the mainstream, but they've been playing incredibly. I've watched them up against NRG, playing fast, playing up in their faces, and not getting the goal here. Team Vitality are gonna score.
Just a lot of shots there from Vitality early on. He got the first 50, and Alpha lets that one go. Then that next 50 from K-Dop gave a perfect chance for Alpha, and Snip just not in position to do anything about it.
Alpha 54 has been massive for Team Vitality, which is impressive for me. This is his second ever RLCS LAN. They picked him up, Team Vitality, realistically, to not only make a full French roster after the upset of coming second in the last one, but also to have Alpha 54 pop off on these LAN performances.
And I don't think anyone really gave eRa Eternity any kind of shot in this tournament, but look at that shot! Astromik makes sure it goes in!
Let's go, Astromik! He's taken the goal. Snip sets him up as well. The double by Snip, and Fairy Peak can't save that.
Well, nobody was giving eRa Eternity a chance before this tournament had started.
I was, but you look at the desk, I don't think any of them, other than Wave Punk, is going to give them a chance here.
It's a good start for eRa Eternity and Vitality, for that matter. Math, the only player on this team with RLCS LAN experience, but Astromik, you gotta love this player out of Brazil. He can really take over a lobby.
I was speaking with Astromik just after he qualified, and I'll tell you what, they were just hoping to get here to have some fun. His giant goal was to get a photo with Garrett G, and last I checked, Garrett G still hasn't got a photo with him. I don't know what's going on there. We need a photo for Astromik with Garrett G, but they're playing up against their heroes, and they're taking it to them at the same time.
Astromik's got a little bit of space to pop this one over, too. And eRa Eternity playing with some power early on, but here come Vitality. K-Dop gonna push it around to the corner. Vitality looking for their second goal.
Team Vitality, who would have thought they'd be on the back foot here? But eRa Eternity have been doing it to everyone. In fact, in that series against NRG, I actually felt they could have won that one. Game number 2, they had those look-ins in the overtime. They had an overtime in game number 3 as well. They're so fast, they don't give you any room to breathe, and just as you think you've got some clear room in defense, they're right in your face.
Vitality, they haven't looked the best. They've struggled with getting quality touches out to teammates and just haven't been able to have that same kind of force that they've been able to on LAN before. They're already having some struggles against eRa Eternity, who have had a couple of shots on net, but they've been able to stabilize, get back to the blue half.
We have been talking a lot about Astromik too, but Math is the one here with RLCS experience. In the last LAN, it was Math playing for 3 Sins, and he was the best player on that team. Arguably, he got the second most goals per game for any South American player at that LAN.
And back when he paired with Jan, Astromik and Jan were looking to be one of the deadliest duos in South America. Jan moving back over to Furia, we see how well they've been playing so far.
That's a great story. I mean, they were the team just behind True, Neutral, and Furia last season, and they worked hard, and they actually caught up. And just as they did, they got Jan stolen away from them, and yet they've fought back. They've got back into this international competition. And right now, they've had a few more chances, but Team Vitality looking for one of their own, and Fairy Peak, he finds the bottom corner.
That is perfect placement from Fairy Peak. Finds the left corner. Astromik, or actually that setup really from K-Dop is what gets that all out. Bates snip out. He couldn't get there in time. Fairy Peak nails it.
Fairy Peak, we've been looking for him to peak throughout this LAN, and that might be the start of it here for Team Vitality. Again, I think we have to just throw out all this Vitality LAN performance out the window. It's all about the grind right here, all about the power. And if Team Vitality can bring this one back, we may see them make a reverse sweep through the bracket.
Nobody understands the grind, at least you hear them talking about it. eRa Eternity just try to take it touch by touch. Here's Astramic on the air dribble, pops it over K-Dop, and Alpha can play it back to the corner.
eRa Eternity, this is where they like to be in the attack. Every now and again when they're in the defense, there's a little bit of panic. If they get caught there for too long, you might be able to see them make that mistake, but when they're in attack, they can grind Team Vitality down.
And they definitely got to be careful because Vitality will smell that weakness and they will pick you apart. Math, another good carry, and eRa Eternity doing a good job of getting that ball downfield, keeping it close, and being able to at least generate something when they get to the orange half.
They're keeping it simple for the moment, and that's sometimes what you need, especially against competition that you have a lot of respect for. Just making sure you get those early touches, those solid touches, and then build from there.
Vitality looking strong here in the final minute. Astramic punches this one out to the side wall, but Vitality will keep them locked in for now. Nice high touch from Snip. Astramic in the air, gets a low touch underneath. K-Dop got the save. Vitality can move back out.
Some good efforts, but you see a bit more than just straight shots coming out from eRa Eternity if they want to be scoring against Team Vitality. Team that have been very solid on the defense. Fairy Peak, I don't know what happened with that flip reset, but it went into the ground almost.
eRa didn't know either. They weren't sure what was going to happen. They almost ran into each other on the back wall. But look at Snip here move across. He got the 50, a weak shot from Astramic over to the corner.
That was so close, but Team Vitality's now just taking it away. No real opportunity here for eRa Eternity. It just needs to hit the ground, and Team Vitality take game one.
A grind of a game, but eRa Eternity had some quality opportunities on the net. In that last minute or so, they could get the air dribble to the orange half, but they couldn't actually trap Vitality in their own half.
Yeah, it was very difficult to do against Team Vitality, but you see those moments from eRa Eternity where they are pinning them, where they're making Team Vitality have to rush. If they can just keep it a bit more clean, we may see eRa Eternity turn it around, but at the same note, you still got Alpha 54 playing well. We've seen Fairy Peak now starting to commit.
I like how Math has looked so far. Every time he's been behind the ball, it's been good control. You saw those air dribbles from him to get them out of some tough situations, and Snip as well, cutting off some Vitality counterattacks, but they need a little bit more to get over this team.
We've seen some close opportunities as well from Astramic, but up against Vitality, I don't know where you go there. It's crazy that they have to verse Team Vitality here in the first place. Everybody's expecting eRa Eternity maybe in this position against Verdi or one of the OCE teams in this spot, but we've seen the surge of all the newer regions, and unfortunately, eRa Eternity left behind to pick up the dust, which happens to be Vitality at G2.
Well, I mean, you know, the desk was talking about how Vitality had the tough draw for the Swiss Abyss, but eRa had to play NRG first, and now they got to play Vitality. The reigning RLCS
complexity
camp, by the
as
way.
well. I mean,
what?
It doesn't get much easier.
The best of North America and Europe have to offer.
And wait, you're calling complexity the best that NA have to offer?
Not complexity, I'm sorry.
I like
NRG
that.
and Vitality, I know, yeah. As they say, vamos. But Vitality, a strong game one victory. Astramic trying to win the 50 here. Math gonna follow up. K-Dop gonna take the ball away from him.
Start here from eRa Eternity is going to be important in game number 2. They can't let this one slip. I don't think anyone's going to be reverse sweeping Team Vitality.
Ooh. Well, there's a pass in front of the box, and Snip dove for it. That's an aggressive posture from eRa Eternity. They get punished.
Not too surprising. eRa Eternity prefer the aggression, try and score more goals, but Alpha 54 comes through once again, wins the race, and open net.
This is what they have to be really careful of. You heard K-Dop talk about it in the head-to--head video.
He described it a little bit more succinctly, bluntly than I would, but yes, ball chasing, and then the counter-attack opportunities will open up for Team Vitality.
Oh, what a shot! That's a great pass as well, and Math puts some juice on it. Look at this from Snip. It's another solid pass for him for his teammates.
Snip's been setting it up, and Alpha 54 expected that one to be shot over to the right-hand side, and that's logical when the ball is sliding across. But nice to get around that, put that shot just to the left-hand side of Alpha.
Another good kickoff, but Astramic a little too hard on the touch. Gave Alpha the ball again. Math gonna kick that one out. A good pass over to Snip, and they call Vitality out. eRa Eternity have the lead.
They're doing this against Vitality. eRa Eternity, they idolize these guys. They're fans of these guys. Just like we saw from Abjack earlier in the day, they're now starting to beat their idols.
Do you think if they beat Vitality here, Garrett G will finally take that picture with Astromik?
Please, Garrett G, please. We just want a photo for Astromik. I think that's going to happen, but Team Vitality instantly fighting back.
Astromik got bumped in net, but the shot from K-Dop was a little high, and Math just beats Fairy Peak to the ball. Could be another chance for eRa Eternity. Math still keeping that ball away, but Alpha picks it up, and Snip is on top of him.
Post opportunity here is eRa Eternity holding on the defense. A good pass across to K-Dot, back to Fairy Peak, shot on! Ooh. Nice save by Astromik, but it continues with Alpha 54. Another save for eRa Eternity.
2 great saves, and they still have to play more defense. Alpha's got the first look at the ball, but Astromik's all over it and gets it by the entire Vitality team. Can they create something out of this? K-Dop's first to the ball, and Vitality losing their boost on their half, but they push it back over to the blue.
This is a sign that the South American defense is there. People talk about all the time, South America not quite holding defensively. But when they're in the net, when they're there, they can get these clutch saves. They can even pass it out to a teammate and get a quick counter-attack. And that one goes off the crossbar.
I love these passes from Snip as well. Look at the big bump. Math will get the goal, but Astromik brings out the bully.
You legend, Astromik. Don't get the photo with Garrett G. Garrett G should be getting the photo with Astromik.
Absolutely. Astromik coming up big time for eRa. Oh my goodness. 3-1 in game number 2.
What a start here in game number 2 for eRa Eternity. There's still 3 minutes left on the clock, but they've already got the 2-goal lead.
Fairy Peak demoed by Snip on the play, and Astromik picks this one up. And Yummy, I've been impressed with Snip. He has been delivering this ball on a silver platter for both Astromik and Math for eRa Eternity in game 2.
Fairy Peak with the dribble as well. End-to-end stuff for Vitality. They haven't found a good connection. It's usually just a solo play, and it seems eRa Eternity pretty comfortable defending that.
Oh, Astromik, another good save over to the corner. A lot of defense, but it's holding up. K-Dop, that's a close shot across the box, but Astromik is there again on the defense. Alpha gonna try, but Astromik is there to push it downfield.
On the defense now is Team Vitality as it's Fairy Peak. He's been making his moves down the pitch, and he's been the main force here for Team Vitality in getting these clears. Unfortunately, there's no follow-up there. It's straight down into a 50-50, and then the possession gets handed straight back to eRa Eternity.
Math not giving Vitality any chance to look at it, but a big miss from Astromik, and Math will come there quickly. With Vitality, another quick shot taken away by Snip.
Couple of misses, but it's not punished. And now Team Vitality, yes, head scratching. A minute 44, they did not expect to be in this situation, and that's a great cut in the midfield by Astromik.
And a good demo from Vitality to take that ball right back. That could have been deadly. Alpha 54 underneath. Can't get that ball away from Astromik.
It's been the event of the newer regions so far. And eRa Eternity, not too many hopefuls. And yet, this is where the steam starts building.
Oh, Yogold!
Oh, no, 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 no. You don't want the own goal, but Team Vitality, they'll be the ones happy to take it.
I mean, you're not expecting him to miss that shot. It bounced right out. He dove for it. And Vitality come within 1.
There was a chance for Alpha 54 to finish it off as well. It looked like he had that read. So Team Vitality bring it back to 1, trying to dash the hopes of eRa Eternity in game 2.
They've been speedy, but Vitality have gotten a couple of punishes on them. Here's Astromik trying to crash into Fairy Peak. Math gets a clean hit. And Vitality, K-Dop slips over 1, and Astromik punches it by him, and they're really struggling to win those 50s against Astromik.
eRa Eternity, look at how much pressure they're keeping against Team Vitality. And Team Vitality, they normally like to play a bit more aggressive. They definitely do so in scrims and when they're feeling confident. When they're feeling up against it, they stack the net, and that's the opportunity for Team eRa Eternity to keep them in an area where they can't get the clear and take away their boost.
And that defense from eRa has been so good that no one was ready for that free ball in front of the box that Vitality just were all on the left side of the field. Nobody was able to commit for it, and now it's back in the orange half.
No touch from Team Vitality is uncontested right now. They get right close to that ball, but there's always an eRa Eternity member close. But now K-Dop has to score this one. Saved out again.
Oh, how is he coming up with every save? Math pushes this one downfield. Fairy Peak close against the box. Math punches him off the ball. And K-Dop gonna lob that one up. eRa Eternity want this ball on the ground. Astromik might be the one to do it. And popped up by Fairy Peak. Snip, but playing that one high, but you got the lead with 0 seconds. And Alpha's given a chance. Here comes Fairy Peak over to K-Dop, and Astromik is there, but the ball is still in the air. Alpha around the corner. Alpha in front, but Fairy Peak is nowhere to be seen. And eRa Eternity have taken game 2.
Ooh, eRa Eternity get their first game, and they've got nerves of steel. They may not have the most set defense, but their clutch defense has been on form. 9 saves right there against the Team Vitality offense.
We've seen what can happen when a team clutches up on defense like eRa Eternity have. That kind of momentum can mean everything when you're in a match this tight, especially when you're trying to survive elimination.
eRa Eternity did do this as well to NRG. It was all about the saves. It was all about preventing those goals just on the line. And I think that's really frustrating for any team. It makes you, if you're in Team Vitality, you start taking shots at net, which is not the best way to score a goal. You usually want to be getting those passes, getting those doubles.
Well, let's throw it down to Orb and see what's going on in the Swiss Abyss.
All right, here we are. I am back in the hype chamber. I'm standing in between the two teams. This is a very, very important series, guys. Don't forget, the team that loses this is out. So a lot at stake. We could not have asked for a closer game here. It is 1-1. Things are heating up. Who's going to make it? Who's going to stay? That is the question we're going to answer. Let's set it back to the casters. Guys, take it away.
It really does feel that tight, Yummy. I was curious how eRa Eternity would come out against Vitality, and really I was curious about how Vitality would respond to the adversity that they've faced so far in this Fall Major, and they're met with another tough challenge.
There's no freebies. There's no freebies in RLCS. There's no freebies now. This is a new era of Rocket League. We're seeing everybody show up, from the old favorites to new. Endpoint taking the mantle of the best in EU. FaZe Clan are now through for NA and the NA Hope. And now we start seeing eRa Eternity showing up against what has been one of the most successful teams of all time.
Yeah, it is awesome to see the South American region pop off like they have. We watched Furia
Such a
earlier
passionate community.
today. Absolutely. I mean, these teams are, and you hear them talk about it like in the pregame video. What do they say? Their team is happiness and anxiety, and that anxiety probably comes with the pressure of being in the hype chamber. I mean, I'd be a little anxious too if I was sitting down there. The pressure you must feel.
Well, you have a lot of teams that come here for their first event and maybe don't have the best performance or the best expectations of them. That doesn't seem to be the case for eRa Eternity. They are here and they know that they have the abilities to win.
Vitality have always been one of the best teams at adapting to their opponents. It's one of the reasons why they took the RLCS Championship. But this next test for them is important. It has been, the story of this Fall Major has been of the minor regions. And so Vitality, they have to contend with that, and they answer with a goal in Game 3, Alpha 54.
And Fairy Peak right off the kickoff. He gets that touch. And a nice one off the backboard out to Alpha 54. Team Vitality starting off strong.
Astromik was pretty close to that one, but that pass was pretty good over to K-Dop, or over to Alpha, excuse me. 6 seconds is all it takes.
I mean, I know you crowd out K-Dop there, and normally we do see a lot from him, especially in that striking ability. So far he's missed a couple of them. Not really expected, and now he's not able to find that one either as Team Vitality. We're looking for goal number 2.
Well, Alpha trying to push that ball forward. Fairy Peak still on offense. And eRa trying to find a way out, and they might do it off of that botched play there in the corner from Vitality. They couldn't grab that ball back, trying to secure the boost steal and the ball. Astromik is taking back control, but misses that next touch. K-Dop letting that one fly over.
Team Vitality have been working it out of the defense, but now it's eRa Eternity's chance on the attack as K-Dop is the one intercepting. Good shot here. He doesn't have any boost. Snip. No opportunity.
Oh.
And there's double commit coming out from eRa Eternity. This is danger as K-Dop has the clear. Alpha 54 in support.
Oh,
Looking
Alpha.
for the double. Alpha 54 saved out by eRa.
Oh, Astromik got right underneath that one, and now Math has a counterattack. Slips it right under Fairy Peak, forces Alpha up, and he makes the first touch and the second one to get it over Astromik.
Vitality have to work so hard for each of these goals. And And then eRa Eternity are finding some chances of their own. So they're backing each other up nicely, rotating into positions where they can follow up that backboard touch. And sometimes that leaves them a little too close to the ball for the follow-up, but it also makes it difficult for Vitality to find the clears. They don't have the room.
Oh, Alpha, another pass out, but Astromik,
This is
he's got
open.
the breakaway! It's an open net, and he knows it! eRa Eternity have tied it up!
It's been turned on its head now. Team Vitality desperate for the goal, and that extra touch by Alpha 54. He was looking to land it on K-Dup's nose, and it goes straight past him.
Just too many tries, too many touches, and Vitality get caught out. And giving eRa Eternity life, where Vitality, now they gotta score again. Here's Astromik off the kickoff. On the ceiling, Astromik can't get that ball out to Math. Math pulling out on the rotation.
Team Vitality did get on the grind. Our biggest criticism of them in the online season was being motivation. They haven't been putting in the hours, and we've even heard from the teams that have gone through and from First Killer that 40 hours a week is the minimum you need. Vitality have put it in, but they've only put in that effort in the last couple of weeks on that ranked grind.
And it's surprising, you know, for a team that is as established and has the accolades like Vitality, where they bully them out of the net and K-Dop collects.
They're happy with that one as well. Alpha 54 again leading the charge, gets a 50, gets the bum, and sets it up for K-Dop.
Good return there for Vitality. eRa Eternity. See how they do off this kickoff. Astromik, and Math trying to get that sheet up and forces Snip to get a clear out, but Alpha closes it down quickly, and Vitality starting to feel it here. K-Dop stopping that ball, and he actually scoops it away from Math. Astromik will punch it back away to the opposite corner, but Vitality are able to just clamp down those corners and really make eRa Eternity work for these clears.
You see Astromik again on the attack as well, and Turtle called him out on the desk before as the player to watch here for eRa Eternity, and he's really delivering at the moment, scoring more of these goals. Looking for the pass here, no, for the shot instead.
Good block. Well, actually, it goes straight across, and Alpha does get the clear out. Gives Fairy Peak a chance. Just pop shot down the middle. Astromik lets that one go. Dangerous opportunity there for eRa Eternity. If Vitality see another one of those, well, they might commit an extra player next time. But here's Astromik pass in front. Math can't connect.
Just in front. A good idea, a good pass as well, but not quite executed there as eRa Eternity on the counterattack may have been able to find some openings in the Team Vitality defense. Instead, it's Alpha 54. That's a screamer, but it's saved out again.
Astromik, whoops, gonna let Math take that one, and Fairy Peak takes advantage. A couple of these key mistouches, or really whiffs that happen in the corner that give Vitality an extra chance at the ball. And it puts everybody in hurry-up mode in eRa Eternity's defensive rotation. Poor touch from Snip, but he made up for it with a save. Math kicks it downfield, but Alpha's there on the rotation.
That's the defensive panic we were worried about, but it doesn't get punished for now because, again, they're so willing to follow up, to go for that extra challenge. But now eRa Eternity have 50 seconds to try and equalize.
Tight rotation here for Vitality. Keeping their boots secure. Keep pushing this ball laterally as eRa Eternity set up shop in midfield. Well, Fairy Peak gets a long clear down the pitch, so eRa Eternity got to look again from their own corner.
At some point, the surprise of those quick challenges does wear out for eRa Eternity, but they're still getting the passes. And that's been the change up here. They've got 26 seconds. They've had to look in now as Snip gets that ball high. K-Dop can't get much of a clear, but he stays behind that ball and gets it out of defense.
Pass over to Snip from Math, over to Astromik. Snip getting to this one quickly. He does beat Alpha to the ball. Fairy Peak in a tough spot on the back wall, but he makes a solid touch, and Alpha gets a great 50 against Astromik. Math trying to push it forward at the end of regulation, and a big clear for Vitality. Excellent defensive performance in game number 3, but they have to put that ball on the ground. Snip forces it through Fairy Peak, but Fairy Peak gets the last touch.
Once you slow that ball down, there's no chance, and Vitality play it cool right at the end. They take that one-game victory. They're one away from getting back up that bracket.
And these games are close, but Vitality have been poised on defense. There has been no panic from them at all, and eRa Eternity just don't have any way to break through them.
eRa Eternity are trying to cause that panic too, and all of a sudden we're seeing Team Vitality understand the playstyle, understand the speed, and there needs to be more dimensions. out of that Era Eternity play, and we're seeing a little bit of it in the passing play come out, but right now Team Vitality have settled in. They're no longer worried about that really quick attack, and they're taking control of the series.
And I mean, I loved in game 2 what Era and Eternity were doing in front of Vitality's box. They were getting physical. You saw that big bump from Astramic in that game that put Era Eternity on top, and then there were more bumps as well. So if they could find a way to disrupt this Vitality rotation, because right now, they're not going to break through it unless they either get them off on a bump or a demo, or they start winning some of these 50s in the orange half.
Especially if you can get on the attack by K-Dub!
K-Dub has delivered in plenty of lands before, and say what you want about this season, but look at that shot from him, perfect underneath, 1-0 Vitality.
Great start here from Vitality. They're looking hungry now, and it's so good to see K-Dot being the one to step up here. That's the weak connection we've seen so far for Vitality.
Vitality, one away from just surviving, and Era Eternity need this one. Math trying to get the bump on a K-Dop. Astramic punches this out and snip. He was not playing that touch from Astramic, and he has to play that back to his own corner.
Math coming out of defense as well, but he is solo at the moment. A great victory there from Astramic on the 50. Almost gets the goal. Oh, saved out again.
And Vitality hanging on defense. And big miss. Snip has got a chance. He got the boost. He's hovering in the air. K-Dop gets it around him. Math shoring up the rotation for Era Eternity. Quickly up to the ball, but can't get to the challenge.
Love watching Era Eternity in the attack, and they continue trying to find those opportunities, but 1v1 plays aren't going to work well against Team Vitality. They have some of the best 1v1 players in the world.
It is going to be difficult, especially with how their 50 game has been on defense. Those solo plays will not work. They got to find more creativity as a team. Those passes back in game 1 and 2 where Snip was delivering the ball with perfection to Math and Astramic. We haven't seen any of it.
Haven't seen too much. We haven't seen the demos either, but still well within the cards here for Era Eternity. A long, drawn-out battle against Vitality. However, in the past, Vitality have loved being in a 1-0 position. They look comfortable when they're on the defense, and look at that from Alpha.
Oh, Alpha is so sick when he's behind the ball. He's got every option imaginable. Will he take that one? No, he'll just come underneath and puts it on the right side. Excellence from Alpha 54.
That's the power of Alpha 54. You see him close to the ball, you think, has he got the musty? Has he got a flick? Where is he going to beat me? And in the end, he just plays it simple.
Astramic behind this ball and just hasn't been as effective, where he was winning a lot of those challenges and making a lot of saves. Vitality have wrested control of the series fully in their favor so far.
They're out from Era Eternity. They're 2 goals down now. And it's going to be all about throwing everything in the kitchen sink, and that's a straight shot. Team Vitality always going to be able to defend anything straight towards their net.
I think Era Eternity need a new recipe because everything they've tried just has not worked.
Could be it.
Math lets it go for Astramic. Up high against the backboard. Vitality have missed it, and Snip gets the goal.
Very nicely done. They used the backboard. Look at all of Vitality. They're on the ground. They're caught out. A fake in front of the net. And look, Vitality spinning around in circles.
And that's big for Era Eternity. They really were struggling to get anything going, but they're given a great rebound off the backboard. Can that be enough to swing momentum in their favor? Only half a game left to go. Otherwise, their run in this tournament will be over.
That's like the first light on the 5th day. They look to the east, and there's hope for Era Eternity. They've found that small speck of light that might be able to get them a tie up here halfway through the game, looking for that second goal.
Alpha cut off by Astramic. Snip plays it close, and Math is able to get there. He wins the 50, but they have to wait. Math got demoed. Astramic actually coming up aggressive. K-Dop gets the save. And a free ball. It's going to be Math's off the ceiling. Aggressive, but K-Dop was ready for it.
Some close opportunities now for Era Eternity. The confidence has to build, and this is sometimes the beauty of playing from behind. There's nothing to lose. You just got to throw it forward. You just got to play aggressive, and that's the way Era Eternity enjoy playing.
Now they're trying to get those passes, but Vitality cut off the lane again, and a poor touch from Math, but it wasn't the worst. They just have to get this clear out. Fairy Peak gets it back over to the corner, and Astramic was ready for it, so almost disaster for Era Eternity, but they turn it back in their favor to the orange half.
Love seeing Snip so ready for that play. And a fake in front of net. Close opportunity, not quite taken from Era.
Popped up. Math again, Air Eternity in front. Astromik
No
gets the
way.
goal! The Brazilians have come to play! Tie game!
Look how close Astromik is to that net.
Oh,
He was waiting for Matt's touch right in the middle of all of Vitality. He doesn't care.
oh, Air Eternity, a big 2-goal comeback with a minute 27 left. Well, how about that? Are you entertained?
Are you a believer now, Jobby?
I might be. Here's Astromik off the crossbar
No
on the
way.
post. Do they get the goal? Astromik got the bump and Snip can't get the ball. He got frozen. He wasn't sure how that ball was going to come out.
This is getting incredibly close here. Vitality.
Oh!
It's another one by Astromik.
Oh, Air Eternity will not go down without a fight. Look at this from Snip and a big miss from Vitality, but Astromik's placement is pixel perfect.
That arrow hits the bullseye top right corner. Astromik carrying Air Eternity into this lead.
Momentum has swung almost instantly. Snip in front of it. Math able to put Fairy Peak off the ball. And Astromik is next up. Vitality, they've had great defense up until this point. Air Eternity have sent the house. Now how can Vitality respond?
We're looking towards a game 5 for Air Eternity. Team Vitality starting to shake in their boots. Some of the most experienced players at this event, and they're starting to look worried. Math as well. He's been working that midfield well, and Vitality can't break out.
Great cutoff from Snip. Keeping Vitality honest on their rotation, not letting them come up too far, having to respect that counterattack potential from Air Eternity.
Chance here again for Air Eternity. The
Astromik.
backboard, Astromik!
Oh, Astromik puts the team on his back with a nasty double tap to put Air Eternity up by 2.
Now I want a photo with Astromik, and they've got the photo finish right there.
I think Garachi's lining up. He might be lining up, Yummy, for the picture with Astromik at this rate. 16 seconds remaining. We might be looking at Champions Field.
Oh, Team Vitality. They had a lot of doubters of their own, and now they've got to doubt themselves. Game number 5, inbound. South America stepping up, an entire region behind their backs.
No time left, and you know what that means. Champions Field is on the way. Air Eternity have made it a thriller.
Game 5. Air Eternity took the fight to NRG. They took the fight to the ex-Sam Warriors Complexity. And now, beyond all hope, they're taking it against the world champions.
It's like they said, it's about the grind. No matter what happens, just take it to the next touch. Take it to the next game. And that has been the mindset that has gotten them to this point. While it's been difficult, they've been drawn the toughest hand. But Air Eternity are making the most of this moment.
As you might say, it's about drive, it's about power. And look, Air Eternity about to devour Team Vitality. I can't believe we're in this situation.
It might happen, Yummy. Air Eternity might actually eliminate the RLCS champions as we head to Champions Field, presented by Ford. I am unbelievably excited for this. The entire week so far has just been a cavalcade of unexpected results, of unexpected competition. Everyone came in talking, oh, NA versus EU. Hello, South America is here. They came to play.
Our gorgeous, beautiful analyst as well talked about putting Team Vitality up against the wall. It does not get backed up any further. This a game 5 in the elimination match.
Alpha, gonna push this forward for Vitality. Well, Vitality, they need to find a way to stop the fire that's been stoked in Air Eternities. And here comes Math. He plays it slow. Kate up in a tough spot, awkward. Snip gonna play it over to the side. And that kind of confidence in front of the box shows you how Air Eternity are feeling.
They are playing it safe though. They could have gone for a more direct line, but wanted to ensure no risk. Alpha 54 with a pre-jump there. Almost paid off.
Kate up, clear cut off by Math. Astromik also got a demo. Fairy Peak, whoops, Alpha's there to clean it up. Oh, good 50 from Alpha. But Snip, not the best touch. Fairy Peak is taking it away. Astromik right in front of the box. That's dangerous as it's only Alpha behind the ball. Math in net. He's got to watch this as Alpha puts it down, but it's not a good shot. And a tough one for Alpha, but still Snip gets it out.
Did you say only Alpha 54? You put a weapon like Alpha 54 in your team and you can potentially beat anyone just like that. No, saved out.
Oh, the defense systems for eRa Eternity are state of the art right now. Math pushing that one in front, but there's K-Dop and he puts it in the back.
State of art, well, it just started to crack like an old painting. Team Vitality finds the gap. Astromik was looking to turn that into a pass of his own and K-Dop straight through.
Oh, we definitely know that. That doesn't mean anything at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Vitality were up by 2 earlier, and, well, eRa Eternity had something to say about that. Plenty of time left on this clock. Vitality, they're gonna need more, because eRa Eternity will not stop firing.
Especially if Team Vitality play like they did in the last one where they got that 1-goal lead and started to relax a little bit. Started to play a bit more defensive, and that opened up the room for eRa Eternity.
High ball, but Snip, that's a great catch off the backboard. Putting that one down. The touch got away from him, but Math playing it close. He'll be able to get it over to midfield. Now, Vitality, you're starting to see him win these touches, and it's eRa Eternity that are just trying to get the clear, but it's always into an orange car. Here's a nice pass to Astromik. He kicks it high. He wants to take it himself off the backboard, and Math can flip it over to the corner. But Astromik again, here he's got it to Snip, and it's denied. 2 from Vitality commit, but they're going to get the clear.
That's a long clear. Math has to win. He was getting bumped by Alpha 54. The Team eRa Eternity have found these moments, but every single time Vitality are showing up with some individual skill.
Oh, Astromik just misses on the flip reset. But you saw Alpha, he tried to get that challenge. Here he is, up on the backboard, and that's not gonna get it done. Math had the backboard on lock. Math denied by Fairy Peak in midfield.
They're looking to find Alpha 54 at the moment. They're getting the clears up to him. He's the one pushing forward. And it's very dangerous for eRa Eternity to stay on defense at any moment in time. So that's why they're going on the attack.
Here's Snip, and a demo give him some space. Snip a double tap, and Alpha is there to clean it up. A long clear and a counterattack. K-Dop in traffic. K-Dop with the goal! eRa Eternity down by 2.
The land god himself, K-Dop. He wasn't there for the first few games. Game number 5, and he's found this redirect.
K-Dop has found an answer for eRa Eternity, but now it's all about closing it out. Can they close the game with 2 minutes remaining?
Seems an impossible task for eRa Eternity, but they were able to do it once before. Are they able to do it again? They're looking a little bit shaky, a little bit more nervous in this final game.
That's a good win from Math to put it back downfield. Could give them a chance. Math crashing K-Dop, and now they're frozen. There's a close touch from Snip, and they ran into each other. A good idea, but they got tied up, and Astromik catches this one high. And eRa Eternity, oh, that's a missed touch, and K-Dop will get rid of it.
There's been a few of those missed touches near the net, and a missed touch near the net. And K-Dop, another one on the board.
K-Dop coming in clutch for Vitality. It's been a tough road for them so far, and even with the danger of being eliminated, he's showing up when they need him the most.
A 3-0, a 3-2, it doesn't matter if you get there in the end. And I don't know if Team eRa Eternity can make it, but what's that for Vitality? They just missed the kickoff.
What happened on this kickoff? K-Dop.
K-Dop.
Did he just miss?
K-Dop.
Oh, he missed his flip. Did he double hop? Either way, he just didn't get it. That's dangerous.
I don't know why I said land god. Well, K-Dop missing that one. Hopefully it doesn't bite. A minute 30 remaining. They've actually given eRa Eternity a chance.
K-Dop with a quick save off the kickoff. Snip trying to get that next touch, and he couldn't. Astromik has to face Alpha 54, and that's a tough task no matter where you are. Here's Fairy Peak, puts it up top off the crossbar. Math with a great save. Astromik, he's down the field. He's racing for it. Can he get around to it? He wants to boost it. He gets demoed. Alpha comes up in front of it. Math over to Snip. eRa Eternity are within 1.
How have they done it? A low clear down. K-Dop thought he'd save the day with the demo, and then out of nowhere, Snip is going to find their goal to get them in 1.
1 minute is plenty of time, Yummy. Era Eternity to make it happen. If they were feeling shaky before, they got to feel things swinging back into their favor. Here's another kickoff. Astramic crashes in front. No way! No, and Fairy Pig is there. A great save for Vitality and a quick counterattack. Snip grabs that off the backboard. He's got to keep that one close. He sees Astramic, but it's caught by Fairy Pig. Nobody's there for Eternity, and Astramic barely gets there in time for the save.
Huge by Astramic.
Snip misses it. Vitality up by 2 again.
K-Dop with the hat trick as well. He's come up huge.
Oh, K-Dop. Again and again. His number is called and he's answered every single time in this series.
He was baiting eRa Eternity, thinking that they might have had a hope. We don't know that this is aggressive team eRa Eternity. Maybe there's a chance in the next 40 seconds.
Oh, Astramic, here's Alpha 54. Can't get that one in the net, but it's all about control. It's all about keeping this ball away, wasting time. K-Dop keeps that one away, and eRa Eternity have to rush towards it. Math crashing in front to Alpha. They have to score with at least a little time left if eRa Eternity have hope in this tournament. Snip crashes in front, but Fairy Peak puts it safely in the corner. Vitality, 15 more seconds to survive. Snip puts that one over to the corner. More seconds wasted off the clock. Astramic pushes it downfield. Math, last chance. They need time left on the clock. Fairy Peak keeping it close. He knows he's got it. Time running out, and that's gonna do it. Vitality survive. eRa Eternity eliminated.
The RLCS Season 7 champions stay alive in this bracket. And